Hi, welcome to week 2. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. This is the best part. It's also the most challenging part. So we really have to find a way to embody like Rocky, like that type of energy, even though you're not like running on a treadmill or running in the rain or any of that stuff. But as far as the determination and the I could do this attitude, like yes, 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 we got to muster up all the strength, all the mental and physical strength to step into this warrior type of or goddess. You're gonna be the goddess like after a lot more. But we want to step into more of our masculine action taking. Like I'm going to nail this. I'm going to do this. And it's just about just embodying that warrior type of energy. Like, I got this. I could do this. I got to just stick with it. These 3 days, because last week we were priming, we were getting our mind ready to like step into this. And then this week 2 is just about execution, just going through the motions of, you know, even though you're not physically doing much at all, just having that mentality of like, I'm going to drink this whole thing of water, you know, just chug, as if you just got back from a 5-mile run, you know, that type of thing. Like, I've got this. I'm so excited for you because this is about flushing. Even though this is the physical detox where we're removing any kind of physical toxins. Guess what? Along with that go mental toxins. It really does work that way. It's amazing. And this is where we're really going to start to notice how our gut is very much tied to our thought patterns. So, and this is going to be like winning. I'm winning. It is a challenge. It's going to be challenging, and I'm sure you may or may not have done a detox before. So if you've done it before, it'll just be easier. But this time we've got that intention of I'm going to come out like a flippin' winner. I'm going to come out of this like the best version of myself ever. And because think of it as entering a portal. Like the more we flush bad stuff out, the more we're stepping into this really, really cool new energy. With that, since we are purging, with that does come some toxic thoughts, some irritability, some, we'll get frustrated with certain things, but that's okay. This is about heightening our awareness, taking note, be the watcher of your thoughts, be the noticer of your emotions and the different physical and mental aspects of you that you're ready to release. This is all about releasing. We're pushing all that stuff away. And so just think about every time you chug some water, anything of the past is being released from you. We're really breaking up any of those toxic thought patterns, any kind of toxins inside of our body. Just really, really release. And the more water we drink, the more we don't really get hungry, and then definitely look into different ways to, if you're known for having a big appetite, have almonds or avocado or whatever that can curb that. But water's the most important because we're the juices and all those things will break up the toxins, but then the water is actually going to flush it out. And this is where we'll also notice how powerful our thoughts are and how powerful our intentions are. So journal, when you notice anything that, or get any insights that, oh, I got to take note of that. This is crazy, or this is weird, or this is a struggle, or this is annoying, or whatever, at the end of the day or in the morning or whenever, just take note of it. When I do my detoxes, I have a lot to say. It's just like stuff just comes up, like, blah. So, when you feel called to do it, and just go about work in your day just like normal, but just don't allow anything to get in your way. Just really embody that warrior type of mentality where I'm going to get through this, and I'm stepping into my new self. I'm stepping into my new version of me, and this is exciting. It's so exciting. So everyone will be different as far as how challenging. It might be so easy. It might be really, really easy. But It also might be kind of like frustrating or challenging, and that's all okay. It's all okay. Just be the noticer. Any kind of sensations, physically or emotionally or in your thoughts, just notice them. Notice them, and because this is the hardest part, but also the funnest part at the same time. It's a time for excitement, and I love when I get my delivery of juices and I unpackage them, and that first morning. It's real important to drink a lot of water the first thing in the morning. As far as coffee goes, if you're a coffee drinker, try to stay away, but it's okay if you have, just have it black. Just stay away from dairy, stay away from sugar right now, added sugar. There's going to be sugars in juices, that's fine, but just make sure there's no added sugar, because sugar is a toxin. So just natural sugars are fine. And just water is the most important. And if you do decide to do whole foods, just water, make it number one, and just stick to your whole foods. Steamed vegetables, fresh fruits, organic. The more organic, if it's organic, the better. It's better. But do what you can. Just do the best you can, and that's all you could do. And that's great. You're living in integrity right now. We're stepping into full authenticity, full integrity, our truest selves. And just document what you can, when you can, as much as you can. If you're not called to, don't. But just really, really, really step into that energy. And because it's all downhill from here. It's real easy. It's all downstream, I should say. It's all downstream. This is the only part that's upstream, if any. So anyway, just look at yourself. This is what I do too. Is I look at myself as a specimen. So I'm like the scientist up here, and then like, what's Stacy doing now? Oh, she got irritated at, whatever, something that she wouldn't normally tick her off. I'm going to put that on my clipboard, or I'm going to take a note of that. Be the scientist, watching yourself as a specimen. This is a good time too if you didn't in the first week, when we reflect and take note of where we are and do the assessment. If you haven't yet, what I like to do is I weigh myself, I measure myself, I take before pictures, I document, because then I'm the specimen, right? Like, we're going to see a huge shift. That's the part that makes it fun. If you're very science and analytical minded, it makes it a lot of fun to document where you are. How much do you weigh? What's your measurements? Where you are? Where are you at? So that's what makes it fun too, because no matter where you're at, it's going to be a little better in a few weeks, right? And then as far as like weight loss, that's a byproduct. That's not the goal. It does work with some people where they'll drop 8 to 10 pounds from doing this. That's not always the case. It just depends on everyone's body chemistry and biology is different. But if you want to make that, part of your goal, that's what helps me drink a lot of water, is like the more water I drink, the more fat's and all the bad stuff's gonna go. So, but what's real important to realize is yes, our gut is very much involved with our thoughts. And so keep it all positive, keep releasing things that don't serve you, keep getting rid of anything toxic at all. Anything that's your idea of toxic, let it go. Step into the Matthew McConaughey type of, yeah, man, it's cool, anything. And then if you notice there's resistance, because this is where we start to notice a lot of resistance too, like someone that bugs us or something that, just do your best to just step into, this is really important too. This is where we start to notice that you might have knee-jerk reactions to things. Take a deep breath and try to respond rather than react. This is we'll do more of that next week, but this is the resistance might be heightened when we do our detox, because we're purging, right? And we're purging toxins. So that could invite some resistance to things, energies. Just take notice of the energies and try to respond to things. Really look into breath work. There's a lot of breath work exercises online as well. Look into breath work, like breathe through things. I used to get real irritated when people would tell me that, like I'd be working and then something would set me off and like, just breathe. They're like, stop it. You don't understand. But when we start to really, really take that and be ahead of the things that might bug us, like last night, I'm not kidding. Last night there was this dog that would not stop barking. It would not stop barking, and this went on for hours, and it was barking like I'm like, is something wrong? And so I look out my window and people were just there noticing that it was barking and not doing anything about it. And so I was like, oh, my knee-jerk reaction would be like, can you shut that dog up? But I was like, no, just respond. Just I turned my volume up on my TV and tried to get into my stuff, but this dog's, it was echoing all throughout the houses here. And I'm like, how are they not? Whoo. But I'm just like, just let it be. Just let it be. As long as no one's getting hurt, it's okay. The dog just wants to play. And the other, I think it was trapped, but just, it's fine, you know? So I really, really, really had to step away and respond rather than react. And finally over time, another hour went by and I finally just went, shh. That's all I'm like, I have to take some action. I didn't want to call the police, you know. I didn't want to get involved, but it was really, really disturbing. It was really chaotic and disturbing, but it wasn't really, you know, what was my place in this? So it gave me a chance to like practice what I preach, you know, like you gotta step away from it and just do your best to assess the situation. Okay, if I were them, like what would be the least offensive thing to say, you know, and so luckily they did hear my you know, instead of screaming. but you know, that's just an example of like just little things we could do to like not get involved, but just step away from it and just breathe and just, okay, that's really not my problem. You know, how can I best approach the situation instead of just having a reaction? Because, and we'll get more into that later, but in detox, things like that just kind of might happen. You know, we're real sensitive, you know. We might be hangry, you know, and then that one thing might just set us off. So it's just like, breathe, and then document it. And that's an outlet. That's a way to just release it, vent it, get it out. It's done. And then move on. And so this is where we're the noticer of ourselves and how we might react to certain things and respond to certain things. And, oh, the old Stacy would have been like, oh, hell no, I'm calling the police. And, you know, I don't know if I'd ever do that, but maybe if it got bad. Or do I knock on their door, you know? So it's a nice way to kind of, you know, from be outside of yourself a little bit. Say like, oh, if I did this, what might I regret later, you know? So just take notice of your behaviors. How do you respond? How do you react to things? Try to step away from the knee-jerk reaction, because that can usually, it can have exponential, it magnifies things. So by reacting to something chaotic, it can actually make it more chaotic. So it's about responding and just kind of soothing it rather than making it potentially worse. So this is a good time to just notice those, when there's resistance, when there's anything that kind of, you know, this is where we notice our sensitivity. And this all gets better and better and better, and because it's a practice, right? Anyway, sorry if I went on a tangent, but that was an example of having a knee-jerk reaction rather than a response. And then just journal about yourself, study yourself. What sets you off? What makes you happy? What makes you feel like a kid again? What makes you energetic versus exhausted? You know, this is the time to really start tapping into being the noticer, the scientist, and you're the specimen type of thing. So anyway, best of luck to you. Not that you need it, but I'm sending you so much supportive energy. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited to hear what kind of challenges and results that you were getting. And this might be so easy breezy. It might be like, oh my gosh, I could do this every day. And I have gone through cleanses like that where it's like, God, why don't I just adopt this as my diet? But you know, life happens and it becomes challenging. But anyway, I hope this goes very smoothly for you and is awesome. And anyway, I'm very excited for you. So cheers, but with juices. Okay, bye.